is ready to step it up a notch with their business? For those of you who don't know me, I'm Heather Ganifke. In July, it'll be 4 years since I said yes to Plexus, and that meant the products and the business. Okay, guys, if you're ready to step it up, level up, go one step further, here is hands down what you have to do and where it begins to do this. It's all about, you ready? You have to lead with the business. When you talk to somebody about Plexus, you have to talk about the financial freedom that there is with it. And maybe whatever your holdback is, whatever the reason is that you're not doing that, get out of your own head and you have to start doing it. I promise, if you trust me, if you do this, you will see huge changes in your business. So what does that look like? It could look like even asking the question, what could $1,000 a month extra do for your family? And that's for anybody. It doesn't matter that what you think their financial status is. Anybody could benefit from $1,000 a month. Even someone who's extremely wealthy, anyone can benefit from this. So if you're nervous to bring that up, you could say that. Or you can bring up, like, I always talk about the business option because you just never know who wants it, and then you're robbing them of such a huge blessing. I want to tell you a couple things. So, I'm a mom, a wife, and we have 9 children, and we homeschool them. We're a little bit of a circus. We draw attention when we go anywhere. And people always have a comment of like, how do you afford that? What do you do? So it's really easy for me to lead with the business part of it, I feel like, because I can say, oh, well, I work from home. Or I always talk about how it's a huge blessing, you guys, but within a year of doing this business, I hit one of the top ranks of the company, making a 6-figure income, and I've held that rank since then. So, but I know my story isn't for everybody. So if you don't have my story, you can share other people's stories. You can share the vision, the dream that there is with this. You can share, there is the opportunity, it's there. And maybe you don't want a 6-figure income. Maybe you only want $300 a month extra to pay for your products, or $100 a month extra. Wherever you're at, that's totally fine. But you can always share the dream, the vision. You can meet every single person where they're at, and that's what you have to get really good at doing. So for me, what it looks like is I say, oh, I work from home, and I a lot of times will say I work from home or I work from my phone, because I don't even work from home. I work from my phone, actually. Like, most of my work is not done in my home. Those of you that know me know I'm not home very often. We're on the run. We live a crazy active lifestyle that we love. So I work from my phone. They'll be like, well, what do you do? I'm like, oh, well, I work for a gut health and wellness company. I keep it short and I keep them curious. They want to know why, what's next. And then I ask them, like, before I try to explain what a gut health and wellness company is, well, I'll say, well, we get to the gut issues, your root issues of your gut health. And then, they're like, huh? Then I, as quick as possible, try to find out what their health struggle is. And once you find their health struggle, then you can go ahead and you can tell them a testimony of a friend that you know that has dealt with that, or a family member, or you can share, any kind of video health testimony, or share a product that you know would help them with this. And then I always say, are you open to it? Would you be open to checking it out more? And just let the conversation go. You don't want to be salesy. Nobody wants to do not make a sale. You're in it to be a blessing. You're in it to serve. You're in it to help others. So if you lead with the business and tell them the financial opportunity, they'll ask what it is. It always comes back to the products. So they know, you need to have them on the products. They need to love the products, but they need to know there is an income here with Plexus. So I want to tell you a quick story about how this just in real life played out for me. So my sweet friend Stacy came all the way from the cities and came shopping with me to help me pick out some clothes for Nashville for our convention. She had picked out all these clothes at TJ Maxx. There was a huge pile. Everybody in the store now was kind of talking about us and what we were doing, and realized she was shopping for me. I went to check out, and the cashier was so kind, and she was like, where are you guys going? And Stacy ended up having to leave, but they all knew we were together. She asked where we were going, and I had told her, a little bit of our story. I had baby Joy with me. She's my 9th baby. And she was like, what? You're going to Tennessee? And so I had told her, and she said something about wanting to travel. And I just listened, and I said, well, guess what? Joy has been in Hawaii when she was 10 days old. She's been to California. She's been to Florida. She's going to Tennessee. And she's going to Mexico with me, all before she turns 1 year old. Well, Mexico she'll just be 1. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah. All paid for by Plexus. And I could tell that she had a vision of like a dream of traveling. And she's like, well, no way, are you serious? So I kept explaining and like telling her about the business side of it and the vacation, and I could tell that the manager was listening. She's eavesdropping. And at the end of this, the manager came up and said, okay, and I put a little plug about our gut health and wellness company and what that is. She came up and said, my daughter needs this so badly, and I think I do too. So she gave me her Facebook information, and when I was leaving, the cashier ran to me with a sticky note and gave me her phone number. I added the manager to Facebook, and I had said, I reached out to her a day later, and I just said, hey, nice to meet you in TJ Maxx. I would love to chat more with you and your daughter if you're open to it. You guys, she signed up. She enrolled. Her daughter is going to get products within a couple days here, and they know about the business. So it's so easy if you believe in it, if you have the vision yourself and you're dreaming about it. And it doesn't have to be where you're at to share it. You can share what you know that is possible. You can share what you're dreaming for. So you have to just do it. You have to share what there is to people, or you're robbing somebody. You just don't know who wants it, that you're maybe red lighting them and taking that away from them. So what I want you to do is, this is another thing that has always helped me, Active. We all know that we can get really big benefits with Active. You can notice the difference with that right away. For me, it's a life changer. I can keep going with all my kiddos, but you need to carry Active with you. I hands down have Active with you, and Active sample all the time. And I want you to start handing out samples in real life. It's great to mail them, yes, but even better to hand them out in real life. When you're listening in a conversation, listen to people and, just share like, hey, I have this natural energy drink. Would you want to try it? Would you be open to seeing if you liked it? And then give it to them. But you don't give it to them without getting their information. Make sure you get their information. If it's Facebook, Instagram, their phone number, whatever that looks like, get their information. And then you're going to reach out like, okay, let me know when you mix it up. Or better yet, try to get them to mix it up right with you. That doesn't always work, but let me know when you drink it. I can't wait to hear what you think of it. And you follow up. Follow up is the key. So you guys, here's the goal. When you watch this, I want you within 24 hours to hand out 3 samples in real life. If you have Active, hand out Active. Hydrate's amazing too. Slim is great, but we noticed a difference right away from Active. So after you hear this video, challenge on. You hand out 3 Actives as fast as you can, and you share the business, not in a salesy way, in a real life way that you can relate to people and that you can make a difference in their life.